to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Michael Walker there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw is Brady, and in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 97 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down, it's Brady.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Amuakin.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. To throw, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On second and 12, Brady. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.